Welcome back, Hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, where you can see, well, actually, maybe not see in the top right there, but free title update 4 is actually released now for Sunbreak. We're going to hop in with this week going after the couple of new monsters added. First will probably be Velkhana, and then Risen Crimson Glow Volstrax. I honestly thought they would have just called it Risen Volstrax, because, like, Risen Crimson Glow is a bit of a mouthful. But yeah, we'll check those out for this week. We'll see what they entail. I'm expecting to get at least, like, the 1 week of Sunbreak coverage in, kind of like as a pause to our Monster Hunter World ICE coverage. But I am also... Oh, okay, a lot of event quests actually got added. I haven't been keeping up with those. But one of the things that I wasn't expecting was, like, how early we got to see Title Update 4. I thought it would have been, like, later into February we'd see, but no, apparently it just released yesterday/today-ish? I think technically more yesterday, but it's out, I can cover it, we can show it on the channel. But the next title update isn't until April, so I think it was a smart idea to put a pause on Sunbreak coverage until these updates come out, do a little bit on them, and then we have World ICE to fill in the little blanks there. But let me just see about going around for some stuff and getting prepped. Meow Meow, got a special delivery for you, some add-on content. Yeah, let me just head down, snag all this stuff. Except all. Yeah, there's that. And actually, we're talking to somebody who... I can't remember if they made a big deal. Like, I'm trying to remember for this character, because they kind of talked about them a little bit in the story, but not very much. Selva the Chevalier. I think, like, there's a little bit of requests to do around the Elgato for them, but they've never really been, like, that important or a part of the story until this point, it seems. There was a little teaser at the end of Title Update 3 stuff, I think, where Selva and then the, like, pop star hunting horn user back over that way were going after the next monster that was going to be dropped with this title update. So let's talk to him and get some of the story straightened out. The Fierce. Impeccable timing as usual. I have a rather annoying Elder Dragon to deal with that is frostbiting my last nerve. A Velkhana, to be exact. This foul creature's been turning everything around it into a frigid wasteland. It must be disposed of post-haste. I would have gladly given it a taste of my blade, but something urgent has come up. You know how these things go, I'm sure. The other Chevaliers are quite busy as well, so really there's no one else we have to turn to but you. So off you go then. I'm sure that you, being the fierce flame that you are, will have no trouble melting that frigid beast. Well then, talk to our Princess Chiche when you're ready to take on the quest. Ta-ta.
Best of luck to you.
And that's literally as quick as it can go to send you off onto the new quest. So if we are going after Velkhana, I'm going to go back to my usual light bow gun. And I'm going to be cracking out one of my elemental builds for it. And we'll talk to Manale quickly. There you are. I just found out that Curious Crafting has a lot more potential for weapons. By adding more anomaly slots, you can draw even more strength out of your weapon. I already prepped the weapons you augmented, so be sure to have a look. Do I want to check that out now? Maybe I will, but... Okay, I'm going to actually change a little bit. Let me get into a set that we're going to use for this hunt. And... Okay, so let's see. Nothing there. I think I'm looking for Apex Fire or Apex Piercing Fire. Let's go for Apex Piercing Fire. And, okay, something new for the Hunter loadout. Oh, right, this is where you can, like, basically, you can assign everything of your Hunter to a loadout slot. So that's, like, item loadout, radial wheel, weapons, shortcuts, everything kind of gets included into the loadout. Not going to worry too much about that. Let me just see about getting us stocked up for ammo. And I think now it's basic... I'll take those and those. I guess take that, that, and that. And some flame herb, and I think that's everything. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, so that should do us there. Let me just check if there's anything else. It's my OCD, just to clear those out. Actually, going through that makes me want to now stop with Manale and check about, like, the augmenting. Okay, so weapons that are able to be augmented have exclusive slots called anomaly slots. You enhance your weapon stats by adding augmentations to these slots. This is kind of what we've already known so far. Each augmentation will change your weapon stats in a unique way. They are organized by level, and each level requires a different number of anomaly slots. Keep required number of slots in your desired augmentation in mind when customizing your weapons. You can add more to your weapon depending on the number of slots. So that's all we've already seen before. Oh, that's a difference though. So as you go through, you get little perks or bonuses depending on what level you can reach up with those. It's like there's nothing I think we've reached right now, but if we hit level 4, we'll get +2 attack into it. When we level 6, that'll add another 3 onto it. I think? Yeah, it looks like it. So I don't know if I actually have any weapons that are, like, anomaly slotted enough. Oh, you actually... So it's 2, 4, 6. Okay, it's every even number you'll get something. So there are some weapons that I've already done that do have some augments in place on them. Okay. Didn't mention there's anything new for curious crafting for the armor stuff, so that's all the same. To do that should be enough there. I'll just clear this out because it's on an OCD. And world map, yeah, there's just a little bit in here. I'll go probably just like collect tickets or something. And then we can move along our way.
Everything all right?
Yeah, daily ticket, blah, yeah, this is the other character I mentioned, like, with the Chevaliers. I just want to see if there's anything to talk with them about. Nope, okay. Yeah, I think they were the one that kind of dropped a little teaser. Oh, and we do have something new with Bahari.
Hey, how's it going?
Thanks to your research contributions to the anomaly, we've discovered more undocumented afflicted monsters, and sooner or later, we'll be asking you to investigate these monsters, if you know what I mean. Same deal, you get some new materials to enhance your gear, I further my anomaly research. Everyone benefits. Yeah, that's probably just to let you know there are new monsters added to the pool for afflicted. I think they were like Chaotic or Megala, and I think even the Risen monsters would be able to like start appearing. Oh, and something for me too. Sup, thanks to you crushing those anomaly things. Okay, just another ticket. Now we're good to finally talk to Chiche and get underway with this hunt. I apologize for the little bit of build-up, but I figure that maybe there are some people who, like, just getting all that gone over, or don't play the game themselves, and this is a good way to keep them informed. We've received a request from Selva to slay a Velkhana. I hear it can freeze everything in its environment, and it can even conjure up giant pillars of ice with its breath. I've only ever read about it before, and now we've got one here in the kingdom. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. But, fortunately for us, we have you. You've shown us that you can take on any challenge no matter how bleak. I look forward to your safe return. Stay frosty out there. Not the time for puns, Cheech. Yeah, so, clashing swords upon the rhyme. Maybe I won't take the followers along on this hunt. Let's keep this just... For new monsters, we'll keep it just with, like, us 3. Oh, and another Risen Elder Dragon. We'll talk about that next episode, since that's when we'll probably go after it. Okay, let's go for... we'll go for the booster. And we'll just skip that along to keep going, because I'm sure there are people excited to see Velkhana again in action. And I'm kind of curious to see myself what might have been done for changes, if anything, to bring her into Sunbreak. Because Velkhana is one of those fights that it wasn't super fast-paced in Iceborne when she debuted, but it was still at a good pacing for, like, how world systems felt. So I don't know if she'll be too slow for Sunbreak or not, but, ooh.
When happening upon a frozen statue, its terrifying creator soon reveals itself. The Lord of the Tundra is heartless and cold, showering its prey in an impenetrable veil of snow, leading foolish creatures to an icy grave.
Gosh, she looks great. Lord of Ice Velkhana. I mean, Velkhana always looked like an amazing monster design for Iceborne. The fight, after a little while, it could just be, you might have to fight her a number of times for stuff. Could wear itself a little thinner, but seeing her in Sunbreak, yeah, it's a great monster design. I think a little break from Iceborne has also helped a little bit too. Like, Iceborne is one of those games, well, World and Iceborne, you could have got sucked in for hundreds of hours, no problem there. So having just, like, a little bit of a break like we did to play Sunbreak, and now seeing the flagship of Iceborne here, I think it's going to be an interesting experience for, like, hunts. And I'm curious, again, to see if her kit's really changed out all that much from, last time I've hunted her. Because, God, I don't even remember the last time I went after Velkhana. We'll just get ourselves fully prepped up like I usually try to on every hunt. I know there are some people who would probably just skip straight into fighting it, but I'm one of those hunters that tries to prepare a little bit better. And we'll snag that for the extra help. Okay, we'll want piercing fire ammo at the ready. And then I also do need to get a picture of her for our notebook.
That's one.
There's that done. Just gotta try to get a little more health, and then we should be good to engage. Although it still feels absurd. Like, the endemic life definitely was so much better done in World. More so their actual environmental hazards and not, like, just pickups in the world. That, I think, is one of the things where Sunbreak feels too much like a game compared to what it should be for, like, having the endemic life and that. But, I mean, that's, like, just old habits I'm talking about again, because we have been playing ICE. Oh, actually... Oh, no. Rajang was in World. I was going to say, there might be a turf war between Velkhana and that, but... No, she was already in a game with it. That should do. And now we shoot her in the face. Actually, we're getting some decent numbers. I mean, it has been a little while since I last booted up Sunbreak. Yeah, she's got... So far, it's all been classic moves that we've seen before. We've got the Hailstorm, the Sweep Beam. Ooh, that's new. Oh, if I timed it better, that would have been pretty cool. But that is basically an attack that makes me think Agnactor should have been in. Although she really likes using the dang Sweep Beam, doesn't she? Okay, let's start giving a little bit of a proper counter fight. Yeah, it's like riding a bike. Uh-oh. A bike that is very quick to want to throw you off of it and into traffic. And then she's still got her stibby stabs with the tail. Oh. Like, you gotta mind the health loss. That's one thing that World didn't really have with any of itself. I gotta remember that. The longer I'm in a hunt, the more my health is going to drop with the armor I've got on. Although, well, I guess it is because I am using pretty endgame stuff. Our attacks aren't hitting all that hard.
Get back here.
We'll keep on her. So far, it seems like there's only been one new move, which is like the chase and tail sweep around her. I've got to imagine they've got to give her like a spectacle attack. So hopefully we'll be able to get that shown off. If there is one. I also don't know if they just maybe didn't give her anything either. Oh. Well, she's beating the crap out of a poor Tigrex, so we might as well make use of that while we can. And another thing that I hope does not come back with the series is wyvern riding. I'm still kind of... I still feel like the series doesn't need mounting at all, but wyvern riding is just a bit too absurd for concept for me. Like, okay, I can understand, like, the hunters are able to use super big weapons, but like a little thing like the wire bugs being able to control or harness monsters like this, a little too out there for me. Ooh, but look at all the shinies. Let's start snagging what we can. Cortex, Hard Claw, and Dragon Treasure. But I do like, well, I mean, granted, ICE has brought forward, but I do like just hopping right into a hunt instead of worrying about trying to... Oh, this is new. Kind of new, but... Oh. Okay, so that's probably the spectacle attack there. Although, I think it is pretty easy to avoid and dodge. Oh. Yeah, this is going to go pretty simple now. I feel like they should have done a little more with her. Like, I know the hunt is still kind of early, but the spectacle attack seems like it's super easy to, like, just get out of and deal with. Oh. Yeah, and she does have, like, the little... Yeah, see, that's the only attack that I feel like is given her really any sense of danger. The rest, I think, because you just have so much more movement capacity or capability than what you got in Iceborne, she kind of is too slow for what the hunters are capable of. Ooh. I mean, as the fight's going on, it is keeping me dynamic against her, but it's still, like... It still doesn't feel like this is that big of a challenge to avoid her attacks. Maybe if you never played Iceborne, it would be more engaging because you're not used to her patterns, but... Yeah, for what I see right now, it's just kind of the same fight. There's just the one change with the lunging tail sweep and... the spectacle attack. I think I'm just losing more health, more so just to the armor skills I've got active on this build than anything else. Nope. And we're going to be able to use Rajang now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Now this should get some decent damage out now. Ooh. Oh man, missed a lot of the punches. I don't know if that actually connected with her or not. That one will. Okay, she did not stay down from the wyvern ride. Kind of reminds me of Arch-Tempered Velkhana in a way there. 'Cause I think Arch-Tempered also didn't really flinch that much. And yeah, we're already out of that. And knock the armor off her again. Yeah, it's not going to take too much longer, I don't think. I feel like I am maybe a little bit rusty from, like, not playing Sunbreak for a little bit. Oh, perfect. Great work, you two. And she's already just hit her limp point, so yeah, we'll just be a little bit long before she's down. I know one thing I wasn't expecting her to go down right then, but one thing I forgot to work at was trying to get the tail off. I guess I shouldn't worry too much about that being a gunner, but I guess force of habit to want to try to get all the materials possible from a hunt. But yeah, if you fought her in Iceborne, there's nothing really big or new brought to the table. Oh, really? Thanks, Tigrex. You gonna go running away now? Yeah, he got to come and get the last laugh, I guess. But if you fought Velkhana before, if there's nothing really new brought to the table, it's a lot of the same fights you're going to remember from Iceborne. It does look really good in Sunbreak, but I feel like the spectacle attack should have felt a little more dangerous than it does. Maybe if, like, more of the ground around her gets, like, say, it builds up the frost on you, so it kind of makes it more like you still have a little bit of time to get out, but there's more danger present to it. It just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like enough, in a way. Dang, I will take those, though. 2 Velkhana crystals, which are probably the, like, mantles or her rarest material. And yeah, basically just giving her a bad case of heartburn. Okay, we'll take all that. That's everything there, all wrapped up. And we'll head back to Elgato and maybe talk around with the NPCs. Maybe there'll be like another little teaser hint of the next title update. Or like what monster or how things are building towards it. Just give it a moment, and let's see. Yeah, we'll talk to Selva and see what he has to say first, and then go check out the gear and weapons. An extraordinary performance. Ah, the Fierce. You're back, and in one piece even. Allow me to express my thanks for vanquishing that Velkhana. You've been absolutely unstoppable even after saving the entire kingdom. I'm almost inclined to invite you to join the Chevaliers. Almost, but not quite. That'd be quite rude to your friends over in Cometh after all. Now, there's one other thing I'd like to inform you of. The Chevaliers have received a top-secret order from Her Majesty the Queen herself. We are to track down and investigate a monster. However, the mission's not exactly going what you'd call swimmingly. We've yet to capture it, and it may take a while. If things go south, we may have to call upon you for help. I ask you to keep this in the back of your mind.
Until next time.
And that'll probably be our hint to the next title update. Although they're trying to capture it, strangely enough. And yeah, there's Velkhana. Let's get the picture. Yeah, we'll get rid of that one, just because Runa was kind of in the shot. There we go. Okay, so materials. Probably her tail. Probably didn't get her tail. And yeah, got 2 of those on the first hunt. Not too bad. So that is that added in. Risen Teostra. Oh, yeah, he does have afflicted materials eventually. Okay, so... Oh! Manila has something to talk about. Hey! Heard you gave the Velkhana the whooping of a lifetime. Awesome job. I've been looking into ways of using Velkhana materials recently, and actually hit on something really interesting. Turns out, if you equip a weapon made of these materials together with Velkhana armor, it becomes extra powerful. Frostcraft, that's right.
Wow.
Should prove handy out in the field, methinks. Why not give it a whirl? Okay, so weapons that are made using Velkhana materials possess a special quality that makes the frost gauge increase faster when the frost skill is active and your weapon is sheathed. It's basically longsword users are going to have a lot of fun, I think. Well, longsword and maybe greatsword, because I could see, like, sheathing the greatsword and getting a full level 3 slash off, and that producing some pretty nicely big numbers. And there it is, the Graceful Almaria. So I'm actually kind of surprised how much materials it does take for, like, the shards. But it's nothing that's going to be too hard to get. So this has normal 2 rapid fire, spread 2 rapid fire, and freeze 3 rapid fire. I don't know if it might be, like, say, a new frost... I think it is going to be the new, like, frostlight bowgun to probably be using. But we'll try and get... Oh, it does have the Rampage level 3 slot, so that's good to start. And I think that's about it to see here. I'm trying to remember what the heavy bowgun looked like. Oh, right, it had... I mean, it was a neat design, but it was kind of nice back to basic heavy bowgun look. The only thing is, I don't know how powerful, like, Frostcraft is going to be for things like the gunner weapons. It's probably something you're going to want more so for... where is Velkhana's in all this? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so that's that. All the weapons are just the carryovers from Iceborne. As for her armor... Yeah, it is, I'm pretty sure, just the alpha look brought forward. No changes, really, that I can see for the element, although looking at the skills, I gotta see what pieces that might be pretty good. I mean, the ammo up 3 isn't too bad, but the other 2 are not something we'd really use that much. So I don't know if we'd really want that. Again, I don't think too much from that,
I have been wanting to be a blacksmith ever since I was
That, though,
Guess you could say I'm something of an expert
crit
at
element
this
full,
point.
ice attack
Don't worry
full,
about your gear.
and an element exploit
Use your
1.
hammer with confidence.
That's the piece for gunners. The rest of the arm, well, that might be good for, say, like, bow users, but I think this is the big, like, draw piece for the armor set. Having the ice attack 5, and crit element 3, and an element exploit already built in frees you up with a lot of room for other stuff if you want it, so I'll probably farm and get the armor to try out. Oh, see, the Frostcraft is only on those parts, so I don't see really too much there getting use out of.
I'll be here when you need me.
Oh, and I should also check, because we probably can also show off new Palamute armor. I didn't even think about that. We might have new Palamute armor. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, we do, and... Ooh. Icy Armored Pupper. I don't know if I would pick up fur. I might pick up the, like, the full body armor, but I think I'd leave off the helmet, just because I always do like seeing your Palamute's head. And then for the Palico equipment... I feel like that's... Is that changed from Iceborne? Because I don't remember something like that. Or maybe it's just like my memory's not as strong, but... Yeah, I feel like that's different from what was the version we saw in Iceborne. Yeah, either way, I do have to say, they do look not too bad. Okay, with that done, we'll talk to Chiche next episode, because that's going to entail the next hunt for our series. Now, let me just clear off the Velkhana tree stuff. And we are good to just wave and end things off here.
Bye.
So thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Next episode, we're going to be going after the new Risen Elder Dragon, and we'll tackle everything to do with that then. So until I do see you in the next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care stay alive, and happy hunting.